Hey, what's up guys, WhirlXbow back here, and today we are going to be playing some Jade Druid. I know I said I was going to have the other video I've been working on for a while come out today, because I didn't want to upload it yesterday, it's April 1st, but I didn't quite have enough time to finish it up completely, and I think just with one more day I will have a much better video out for you guys, so I wanted to take just one extra day and upload it tomorrow, so this way it's just a better overall watching experience, and my ideas will get passed on a little bit more clearly inside the video. So I hope everyone understands. If you don't, yell at me in the comments. It's okay. I know I'm being the bad guy here, but I think just so you guys have a better overall experience, I would rather wait a day and upload it tomorrow. So for today, we're gonna be playing Jade Druid. For those who don't know, this deck kind of is the king of late game decks. It's one of the few decks that, in my opinion, unless the what are they called? Unless like Dead Man's Hand, unless you came to Dead Man's Hand and they're running Skulking Geist, you should be able to beat most decks. Although there are some more control decks now that, because of EDC, will run Skulking Geist in the sideboard, which is really bad for you. But for the most part, you're pretty good. In the fact that if you go late game against basically any deck, you have enough armor, and then you can Jade Idol to just win the game. And then also, I mean, you have some good memes, depending how late you want to go. Just some good memes. I was contemplating trying to fit Nathria in here, but I sadly could not find this place. Also, if you guys will notice, it is the same list, but I was just trying to figure out what I would want to cut from Malfurion, because I love this card, and I feel like it is still pretty good, even though it doesn't see much play anymore. But, yeah. Anyways, with all that being said, how about we queue up the first game and let's see how it goes. Alright guys, yeah. With that being said, I will see y'all there. Alright. Sorry about that. Shaman, I'm guessing it's gonna probably just be even Shaman. I mean, I guess it could be Shutter, but yeah. Also, you can see we are it's kind of like the first day I'm actually playing this month. But I am rank 3 in plat already. I may or may not have just spent I actually spent a very small portion of the day actually playing the game, probably like from 9 p.m. till now, 8 p.m. till now. So however long that is, you get more cards. I guess there. That is one card we don't F with in where I'm from. What was I saying? Sorry, my brain is lagging. It does do that a lot. Alright, can I high roll here? Decent high roll. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I played the game a little bit today, but I had to record a whole bunch of games for the video I was working on. So that's why, I'm this rank. Also, you guys might notice that we're like roughly like 10 minutes after the start of the video. If you look at the time, bottom left corner, I accidentally queued up one of the decks that is going to be in that video. And, I mean, I won the game, so I was pretty happy with that. It was, may or may not have been some Blood Death Knight. And, I'm gonna be on spell. Okay. But yeah, so I was playing some Blood Death Knight. That deck is so much fun, man. I hit the legendary Discover, the 7-drop that deals 3 damage at the end of turn against a control player on 9, and I was holding Bran, and I went Bran then on 10, and just won the game. It was pretty silly if you ask me. 1-1 ain't bad. I can beat a 1-1. Let's play the single best 5-drop in my deck. And that's not only because he's the only 5-drop in my deck, but that's because the card is actually broken. We also have double Solar Eclipse for double Drew process, which is fairly nice. The only thing I really have to worry about is in the late game is, Shutter. But yeah, that's a really good draw. I'm gonna ramp here. Enough space in my hand that I can just afford to Ramp here. I take 6, so, I mean, it is a fair amount of damage. But I draw 3 cards at the start of my next turn, and I think I have to play towards that. So I'm hoping to hit Twig in my 3 draws. That's fine. I have 3 Battlecry minions in my deck. That I am not worried about that. Maybe a Poison Seeds would be nice, just to remove those things off the board. Am I about to get Mutinist? If I get Mutinist here, I'm gonna laugh. Because he gets to eat my Yogg, and that's just gonna make me sad. My Yogg! Ish. Twig? 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 Oh, Twig. I need to play a whole bunch of cards. Play with this. Oh, Twig is really good. Let's do this in the right order. Start with this. I guess I could just draw a card here, yeah. Pop the Twig. Poison Seeds, he can't easily kill off any of his minions here, so I probably get to burn 3 cards. It's fairly nice. He might be able to devolve my board into some shenanigans, but can he realistically play 3 cards? Probably not. Knowing that deck, probably not. So, yeah. Also, I hope you guys all have a beverage, even though I just finished mine. I was being an alcoholic and having rum and coke on a Saturday evening. No, honestly, I just wanted a rum and coke. I'm very simple in a way where kind of whatever I want. Well, I shouldn't say whatever I want. That's unfortunate. But most of the time, whenever I really, really want something, I typically just go and get it because I want it. It's a very bad habit to get into. Don't get into it. This is not ideal. This is fairly bad. There's actually a couple really, really good draws in my deck. I'll take the Aquatic Form. The card I wanted. I mean, that's not a bad one. Oh, yeah, I'll just go for this now. Might as well. I'm looking for Naturalize here. Unlucky. That's pretty good RNG. I think this is the right play here. I burned like 3 cards from his hand. Okay, I hit ETC. I should win the game. Hitting ETC is the most important card to hit in his entire deck. Yeah, that's fine. Depending on what he does, I mean, I burn the rest of his deck. Okay, I mean, I'll take a free Vargoth. Free Vargoth summon. Yeah. If he plays one more card, I burn the last 3 cards of his deck. Because I need to hope that Shudder or Grumble is in that pile of cards. I mean, if it is, I should just win the game, so I'm fine with that. Give me Naturalize. I mean, I draw like a million cards. Let's put that on the bottom. Higher odds of drawing the Naturalize. I'm gonna go for a really, really greedy play here. I should not go for this really, really greedy play. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Am I gonna do it anyways? Burn 2 cards. He takes a billion fatigue. No, I can't. I can't afford to do it, sadly. I'm gonna gain a bit of armor. Draw a card off this. I have plenty of cards now in my deck. Statistically, I should hit a Jade Idol. And I'm gonna summon it here. Alright, that's fine. Let's hope to hit armor. Hitting Loatheb, burning Loatheb is really, really good for me. I didn't hit Shudderwalk, and I didn't hit Grumble. But the thing is, I also didn't burn Finley. Which means he probably just slams the Finley here. Is it Shudderwalk into Finley? No, he can't do Shudderwalk into Finley. He has to slam this. Means he takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in fatigue. Is that enough fatigue? I don't know if that's enough fatigue, but I don't think he kills me is the big thing. It might actually be enough fatigue. Interesting. A different fate. Okay. So, hold up. Math-wise. Look here. No. Hold up. 3, 7, 12. 3, 7, 12 plus 13 is 25. Alright, let's go with the safety play. This. It should be enough, but I want to be safe rather than sorry. And then just shuffle a whole bunch into my deck. 7 left in my deck. Now he should die to fatigue here, right? I didn't miscount. If I miscounted, I mean, I should still be fine even if he does slam Shudderwalk here. Yeah, I didn't miscount. Beautiful. Alright. Easy game. Easy clap. Oh, but imagine I gotta cast that Yogg for 34. I would have cast the Yogg for 34. I have the kahunas to do it. Anyways. With that being said, how about we queue up the next game? Alright, guys? Yeah, with that being said, I'll see y'all there. Alright. Next matchup, Shaman. I'm gonna go with its aggro Shaman. It's typically my assumption. Against even Shaman, I want some early game ramp, but I also want early game value cards. So these Moonlit Guidances can hit Drew processes and whatnot, and fairly good for me. Another, what is it called? Shudderwalk Shaman. I need that technology, or that, I was about to say, I need that technology a little bit less. No, but I need those tech cards a little bit less. Typically, these matchups go on long enough to the point where it should be fine. I hope you guys did not hear me throwing out my can, but poured myself a good little beverage. Because, you know, even though I just finished the beverage, you always gotta have an extra beverage, you know? So, closing up. I think he's on the Reno version. This card is typically only played nowadays in the Reno version. Unlucky low rolled. Hitting the 1 and 3 there is actually so good. If you hit the 1 and 3 where I hit the Vargoth, it's like so much better. I'm hoping to draw a Drew process here. I always call it Drew process when it's due process. I'm dumb. I have to take this. Even though I can't draw another card with it. I have to take it in case I draw. Maybe I should have slammed the second Moonlit. Hitting Guff early on in this matchup is so important. Like, that's one of the reasons why last game I was so far ahead, is I had the turn 5 Guff. If I draw Guff here, there's fairly high odds I'm still in the game. If not, it's a little bit harder to win from here, but it's still definitely possible. That is not a Guff. I'm going for the value trades here. He can't do this trade, which means I'm forcing him to play something else in order to kill my guy, which is kind of important, actually. Top deck Guff here wins me the game, almost. I can then Moonlit to try and find Dew process. Like, I can go Guff, Sphere, Moonlit Guidance, ideally hit Dew process. Well, that is not the card I want to see. All these cards are awful. Alright, let's go with this, I guess. Tree of Life is a very interesting card that I could definitely take here. This ain't bad, though. I like taking card draw. I don't really want the Spreading Seas, so I'd rather just take this here. Wild Growth. Moonlit Portal is a fairly good Hearthstone card. Allows me to heal 6 eventually. So it'll probably be thrown on this actually next turn. Heal 6 here, ramp. Something like that. If this survives, I mean, obviously that's just like a solid play. Get a free 6 drop, get to heal my guy. Unless, again, I draw Guff. That's one of the things, right, with this deck. As soon as you draw Guff, you just slam it, especially with a hand like mine. Because I have the Sphere already. So I just need the Guff to make this hand broken. So, yeah. I need to hopefully burn ETC this game, and it's going to be hard seeing that I have not found the Dew process. If I had found Dew process, I mean, Solar Eclipse, Dew process, Wild Growth, shenanigans like that are just put me super, super far ahead. I guess it's just this to play. Or I could save this to draw a card later on. I don't think the drawing of a card is going to be that important. I'd rather do this play. Slowly start beating him down with my... I could have actually gone Injured Marauder, heal my Marauder. That was a better play. I'd have a 5/5 and a 5/10 instead of just having a 5/10. Yeah, that's a better play. Although this play does play around Mutinous, so I also kind of like it. It's one of those weird plays where it's a little bit hard to evaluate, if that makes sense. Staring down that Firemancer Flurg, I really want Naturalize. Really good for him. Him having double battle cries right now is a little bit rough for me. Okay, that's fine. More cards he draws, I mean, the better position I'm in, which pretty good for me. I could also potentially just slam Yogg. Process is really nice. I have to burn this now, which blows. Having to burn that now hurts so much, man. Need 6 draw, hopefully. 12 armor. Dirty Rat. Ashalor. Burning Ashalor is also really good. I sadly did not see, what's his name? Shutterwalk, Lotheb, etc. Those are like the 3 I want to hit the most. Burning the Ashalor means that he loses out on like all of his burst damage. Oh, that's not ideal. Ooh, hitting the 0/1 taunt is actually... no, it only saves me 1 health. I thought it saved me 2 health. I'm like, oh, that's really good, but only saving 1 makes it a little bit more awkward. It does look like he's trading into my board. Or he was. That's fine. His health total doesn't really matter. I draw a lot of cards here, though. He's also not on the Highlander list. I was mistaken in that assumption. That means there's nothing good in his hand. He wants to replace it before he potentially burns something good. Very interested in that card, yes. Don't mind if I do. I guess I can do this play. Well, it doesn't make sense to play this anymore, actually. I want to keep this. Let's play this here. Run this out. That was such a bad burn. Probably the worst burn in his deck, if I'm being honest. I'm terrified to see a Shudderwalk here. I'm genuinely... yeah, he's already played Lothar. I'm a little bit terrified to see Shudderwalk. I guess he also needs to have cold storage in hand. That's just that into Shudder. Yeah, okay. He has Shudder in hand, that means. Okay, how do I win from this position? Because he can't deck himself anymore is the problem. It's like basically impossible for him to deck himself. So just go for this play. Not the best play. Maybe he hasn't drawn Shudderwalk and I was mistaken, but seeing the play he just did, keeping that many cards in hand, kind of tells me Shudderwalk's in his hand already. And if he puts it in the bottom, it means it's something he wants. But the problem is he's played Lothar. Guess, like, I feel like the only card he cares about now is ETC and Shudder. Burning Mutinous is fine. Parrot's okay. Plus still does. But yeah, he can't deck himself anymore, which is the problem and why I lose this one. He wants to let this go off because it kills all of my minions. Alright. I see how we win this one. We win this one in the good old faithful. This one with good old faithful. Good old faithful Mr. Praise. I'll be overloaded next turn. Overloaded next. I mean, I draw the rest of my deck. Start by doing this. I have to be careful here. Draw a card. Do this again. And now we praise. We praise our Lord and Savior. 26 spell Yogg-Saron. That thing died. Okay. I didn't kill him, which kind of sucks. No, why did I heal for 12? Oh no, I'm adding imps to my deck. Oh, no, no, no. This is so disastrous. I hit my bigger minion. Hit his face. No. I got cocked every step of the way, man. Dead. I healed him, dealt damage to myself, added a whole bunch of useless garbage to my deck. Ah, so painful. He just starts looping shutters here. Maybe he misses, but the odds of him missing are so low. Does he miss? Okay. I want to see Grumbles. I want to see Grumbles. Oh, I lose the game. Oh my god, how many good is he gonna hit? I lose. He can't deck anymore because every time he plays Shutterwalk, he puts his hand on the bottom of his deck, repeats, so on and so forth. Draws, throws. Yeah. He can no longer lose the game. I sadly lost here. Shutterwalk Shaman occasionally does this. It doesn't matter. Oh, I burned a Shutterwalk. Beautiful. Okay, I burn Grumble. I burn Shutter. Am I just dead? I'm not dead on board, at least. To be fair, he just loops Shutterwalk now forever. The only way I could potentially win this, I was about to say, if he guides at the end after he bounces everything to his hand numerous times. Like, I can't beat this. Just added like 6 Shutterwalks to his hand. How am I supposed to win? No, but it's fine. This matchup is a 50-50. If I would have hit his Shutterwalk with an early game burn, hit a due process relatively early on, hit the Guff before I had to pop my Twig initially, right? This whole game would be super, super different. But the thing is, I didn't. So, like, it just made it really, really hard for me to win. But yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine with losing this. I'm gonna just hit this button because this game is gonna probably last another little bit. Because, I mean, I have a million cards. Well, most of my cards in my deck are just overloads. But I'm not able to play the game anymore. Every card in my hand costs more mana than I'll ever have again, so what can you do? It happens. We have time for one last game, so let's queue it up and hopefully get a dub. Alright, guys? Yeah, with that being said, I'll see y'all there. Wow, did I just hit 3 identical matchups in a row? I mean, this might not be Shutterwalk Shaman, but I have a feeling I just hit the same matchup 3 games in a row. Which would suck, but what can you do? If not, this hand's really bad against aggro. Kept the ramp. This is typically how you win. You use the advantage you get in the early game by ramping to get ahead of your opponent. That's a really, really good card in this scenario. This deck is a little bit weird because you don't have access to a lot of the cards you typically have access to in Druid. Like, as you'll see, there's no gloops in this list. There's no bio projects. There's none of that stuff. So it makes the game just entirely different to, like, pilot and navigate. But honestly, I don't want to say I miss it, because I don't think I miss playing those cards. I have a lot of fun just jamming cooler decks like this. I find this is a way more interesting deck to watch than just Cthulhu or Mechathune or whatever. Although Mechathune does have some really, really cool aspects. I love the Mechathune combo where you have to, like, turbo draw through your deck, and it's very skill intensive. It might not look like it, but knowing what order to play everything in and then making sure you curve out, like, you play everything in the right order. But it takes playing one spell in the wrong order to die. Like, I know it sounds weird because oftentimes you won't see people, like, I think I've seen 2 Mechathune players screw it up. But knowing the order and knowing the fact that one card in the wrong order will just lose you a game changes that matchup infinitely. To a point where it's just like, it's hard, you know? And honestly, I'm all for it. I love when it's a little bit harder than you'd normally think to win a game, and it's not just streamlined, straightforward play curve, win game. I much prefer the games where you actually have to think outside the box. It's the same thing, honestly, with mine Warlock and mine Rogue. One card in the wrong order, and you lose the game. Like, I mean, I saw it today. When I was playing, I forgot what deck I was playing. I think it was Blood Death Knight when I was playing that. I had a Warlock opponent that was on mine Warlock. And, I mean, one really cool deck. And he didn't realize that he never had a mine die, because I left it on the battlefield for like 4 turns. And he went Tamsin to go off and kill me. And then he's looking at it, and he's just like, I can't, because I had one, it's every card in my deck besides one. Just this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, 16. Guess I go half measures. They have to ramp. The whole play next turn is this into this. I have to ramp. Oh, I might get hugely punished for this, and I'm fully aware. If I get punished, I get punished. I got punished. Right. That adds 6 damage. I think it's Xaxes, right? Yeah, it's Xaxes. Oh, I got punished. Oh, well. He had to have either Second Surge or exactly Stormright with not 21 cards left in his deck. The odds were not high that he actually had that there. So I thought it was fine, because if I managed to hit Poison Seeds into Spreading Plague, he has one out that if he's running the Evil Totem, my guess is he doesn't play, which was Devolve. So in my head, it was slightly better to do that play. And I think I stand by 9 times out of 10, my play is better there. Because, again, he doesn't have lethal on board. And if I get another turn after that, I mean, I have Vargoth. Oh, no, I did screw up. I should have killed it off there. Save 8 health, and the next turn go Vargoth, get 2 guys. Instead, get 2 5/10s. Where, I mean, either way I'm dead to Devolve, but at least this way I'll have... Yeah, no, I screwed up. I forgot that that's an option. I was too focused on summoning the 35 health worth of taunts. Yeah, no, I screwed that up. That one's on me. Sometimes you need to think about things like that for an extra second. And in my head, I was so focused on Poison Seed Spreading Plague that I think the correct play was Naturalize, and then next turn go Vargoth. Where is it? Vargoth, Oaken Summons, getting 2 injured Marauders. That's 20 health and taunts, gain 12 health worth of armor. Would have saved 8 health, would have been at 7. Plus 12, so that's 19. No, I was still dead, I think, if I went... no, I was still dead. Not that turn, but I was at, like, 10 health afterwards. If not, like, lower than that. Yeah, no, never mind. My play was still better. That play almost guaranteed me... Like, the play, if I would have killed it, guaranteed me another turn. But I didn't need another turn. I needed him to have a little bit less power on board. Yeah. Through the Stormright, it was almost impossible to win from the position. He had too many cards in hand. Oh well. What can you do? He also hit the best discover when he discovered a totem, which is the eye, the ugly eye, or whatever the hell it's called. The 3-drop one. This one. Grand Totem Eyesore. It's the single best totem to hit besides the 8/8. And, I mean, he hit it, so what can you do? Should happen sometimes. Anyways, though, with all that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. I had fun. Even though Jade Druid I don't think is that great, the deck is still really fun to play. And especially if you can play it well, it's really fun. But sadly, we did not get as many dubs as I would have preferred. But it's still weird that we hit 3 Shamans in a row. I've actually hit very few Shamans today, so it was very weird that we hit 3 of them in a row. And I also mulled for control when it was aggro. Yeah. Oh well, what can you do? Anyways, with all that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, don't forget to like and subscribe as always. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all on the next one where hopefully we'll get... Actually, the next one is a special video. That's the one after next. Hopefully we'll get more dubs. Alright guys, yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys all on the next one. Peace.